children. In previous class we have learned about different types of lenses. Now we will learn about image formation by a convex lens for various position of the object. That means when we place the object at different places, we will see where the image form. This is convex lens. Convex lens is also called as converging lens, and this is the symbol of convex lens. When we draw the ray diagram, we use this symbol for convex lens. And you know, this is the principal axis. We'll place the convex lens in this way. And convex lens, always lens, not only convex lens, lenses have two centers because it has two surfaces and two focal point. Already we discussed in our previous class. Before drawing our ray diagram, we will see three rules. What are the three rules? First, this is the principal axis I have drawn here, two center of curvature and two focal points, where the principal axis intersecting the convex lens, that is nothing but optic center. A ray of light which is parallel to the principal axis after refraction passes through the focal point on the other side of the surface. This is the first rule. Second rule, a ray light passing through the optic center of the lens goes straight and it emerges in the same ray. It will not, without deviation, it will move. It will not go in any other direction. Third rule is that a ray of light passing through the focal point after refraction parallel to the principal axis on the other side of the surfaces. These are the three rules. To draw the ray diagram, we use, out of these three rules, we use only two rules according to our convenience. Now image formation, how we will draw the images. First, we are taking object at infinity. When we keep the object at infinity, that means exact position we don't know, it is very far. And the ray coming from this object at infinity parallel to the principal axis converges at the focal point after refraction. So a point size image we will get. See, the rays are parallel and it is converging, it is intersecting at focal point. From here we'll get the image which is point size image. Are you getting, children? Second is object beyond the center of curvature. Suppose we kept the object beyond center of curvature, rays will be parallel and it will passes through the focal point. See, here we are using the first rule. Just now we discussed three rules, so here we are using first rule. The ray is parallel to the principal axis and it is passing through the focal point, and another ray is passing through the optic center. Here we are using second rule. They both refracted rays intersect in between focal point and center of curvature on other side of the surface. There we'll get the image. This image is inverted and diminished image. Are you getting, children? Now the third is object at center of curvature. Exactly when we keep the object at center of curvature, where we will get the image, we will see. Here also we are using, out of three rules, two rules we are using. First is parallel to the, first ray is parallel to the principal axis and passing through the focal point, and second ray is passing through the optic center, and they both refracted rays are intersecting at one point. There we will get the image. See, it is intersecting at center of curvature. So when we keep the object at center of curvature, image also we will get at center of curvature. It is inverted image. Arrow marks is down, that means it is inverted image, real image, and same size of the image will get. Size will not diminish and not enlarge. Same size. What is, suppose object is 2 centimeter, image height also will be 2 centimeter. And it is inverted image. Are you getting, children? Fourth rule is object between center of curvature and focal point. When we are keeping object in between focal point and center of curvature, this is against the rule of 2. When we keep the object beyond of center of curvature, so we got the image in between focal point and center of curvature. Now in fourth rule, we are keeping object at center of curvature and focal point, so we will get the image beyond center of curvature. See, here also we are using two rules out of 3. First ray is parallel to the principal axis and passing through the focal point. and second ray is passing through the optic center. Where the two rays intersect, there will get the image. See here, beyond center of curvature, these two rays are intersecting. There will get the image. So arrow marks is down. So of course we are getting inverted image. When image is inverted, it is called real image also. And we are getting big size image. So you can say enlarged image or magnified image you can say. Are you getting, children? Now fifth rule is object at focal point. That means when we keep the object at focal point, where we will get the image. This is opposite to first object. When we kept the object at infinity, so image we were getting at focal point. Now we are keeping object at focal point, so image will get infinity. That means refracted rays will not intersect at anywhere. That's why we don't know where exactly the image will get. So infinity only will say. So when we don't know where the image is forming, so we don't know the size. But of course inverted and real image only we will get. Now the sixth rule is object between focal point and optic center. When we are keeping the object in between optic center and focal point, see here, first ray is parallel to the principal axis and it is passing through the focal point, and second ray is passing through the optic center. But here also the rays are not intersecting. We will get an image here. If object we kept in between focal point and optic center, we will get an image which is virtual erected and magnified image. So see, the rays which are coming from these two refracted rays will intersect on the same side of the lens. There will get the image, and that is magnified image and erected image. Erected means as it is only, inverted we will not get. That's why it is called virtual image, and size will be enlarged, magnified. Are you getting my point, children? So today we have learned 6 the formation. So your homework is describe the image formation by a convex lens for various position of the object. Clear, children?